It's a Friday night here in Singapore, and places are actually kind of bopping. It's actually kind of lively out. I, however, am looking for food because I'm starving. Just kind of walk around the nearby area near the hostel, but this place looks pretty sweet. Eat one veg plate.
You want rice?
Yeah, please. Yeah, the beans in the back. Tons of drink options. I was just gonna pick something, I think. So I got these places are pretty much called hawker markets, are what they are. There's tons of them. They're all around Singapore. I've gone through probably 10 of them today. And you can get pretty good plates of food for really cheap. So I got rice, veggies, sweet and sour pork, and fried fish. Nothing too fancy. Looks good though, and it's cheap. And then I got a random drink. Kickapoo Poi Juice. Kickapoo Joy Juice. I've never seen it before. Completely new to me. Oh yeah, that slaps. It's kind of like Sprite. It's like if Sprite and Mountain Dew had a baby. Fried fish is pretty good. They do a lot more. You know, I don't think you see fried fish just like smaller pieces like this very often, can though. So it's pretty good. I really like it. But these beans actually, I'm not totally sure what bean they are, but they're really good. They're cooked well, there's like lemon or something on it. Yeah, definitely lemon. Really good. All this for like $7 Canadian. Pretty solid. Especially for Singapore too. These hawker markets are amazing. I was so hungry. This is mint. I didn't really eat breakfast. I went and had an orange, an apple, and some peanut butter for breakfast. And then for lunch, I had a great lunch at the hawker market. That filled me up. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat only at hawker markets while I'm here. I'm not gonna do anything else. But I'm really liking Singapore so far. Especially I've only been here for literally less than 24 hours. I'm loving it. So originally I booked 2 nights. I booked an extra one so I can see more of the city tomorrow. The biggest problem was coming from Bali to Singapore. I took a boat, I took a bus, I took a plane, and then I took a taxi. And it took me literally all day to get here. By the time I got to my hospital, it was midnight. I left the Gili Islands around, my boat was at 11:30 a.m. So it took almost 12 hours. So to mitigate that, losing days to travel as much as possible during my trip, I will be taking night buses. They're literal buses where you have more space with you, that the seat reclines a little more, and you have more features because it's meant to go for 15 hours overnight to get you from A to B, so that you're meant to sleep on the bus. It's supposed to be quiet. Will I sleep? Yeah, I'll sleep. I'll probably do a lot of video editing on the bus too. Traveling's been a lot of fun so far. Amazing. I've really loved every second of it. The only problem with traveling as a solo backpacker for 4 months is it gets lonely sometimes. It does. You meet so many people through hostels and such, but like since leaving Bali, again, I spent a whole day traveling on my own. I arrived in Singapore. I spent all day touring Singapore on my own today. And it's depending on the hostel you stay at. Some are very social, some are very party forward. And then the one I'm staying at right now, there's guys staying there who have been sleeping there for a month. There's one guy who said he's been there for 6 months. So I think some people come from work, right, and they stay at these hostels. And the whole idea of the current hostel I'm staying at is it's supposed to give you good sleeps, which I had a fantastic sleep last night, so it lives up to its name. However, it's tough to talk to people. One of the beauties of having a camera with me is that I can kind of talk to myself, but I'm also talking to everyone who watches my videos, friends, family, and the rest of the internet, I suppose. Pros and cons. I've really been enjoying myself though. not only do I find that I'm changing a little bit every day, but every single day is a new adventure. Whether it be a traveling day or seeing half of Singapore in a day, like, it's pretty fantastic. Oh man, there's a tiramisu shop right across the street. I'm definitely going there after, 100%. That's the beauty of traveling. I can literally do whatever I want, when I want. The only finite thing is time and kind of money, but time. It's time. Make the most of every single day. Thankfully too that having video editing and such video editing, but also just like running social medias, doing stuff with my YouTube account and just cam created in general, I have stuff to do that really kind of fills the gaps, to say the least. If I'm going to be on a 15-hour night bus, sure I might sleep for 6-8 hours, but half of it I could be sitting there watching movies or sitting on my phone doing whatever. But it allows me to have, I want to say work to do, because I want to make a career out of this content creation. However, if you call this work, it's eventually going to become work. I don't force myself to edit. I don't force myself to do any cam created stuff. I do it when I want to. I enjoy video editing. I have fun doing it. I have fun creating and making things, but I need to do it on your own time. You gotta wait for that creativity to come to you, right? If you go out looking for it and forcing it all the time, you're gonna end up hating it, because you're gonna be working on stuff when you don't want to be working on it, right? You can see over my shoulder, way back there to the right, they just have like buckets of beer, and they just sit here outside at the hawker markets drinking and having fun with friends. Like, that's sick. Or you can just have a whole bucket to yourself if you want. Like, I'm kind of tempted, not gonna lie. But so I literally walked across the street and I got some tiramisu. They're absolutely adorable. They come in little jars. They all do a bunch of different flavors, but when you come to a place for the first time, it's literally called the Tiramisu Hero. In cute little jars. So I had to get the original to try it out. They also gave me a boatload of change. $1.45. $2.45. $2.45 in change. What do I do with that? I hate having change in my wallet. Oh. Like little even different sealed. I love it. Like, this is a fun food experience. Yeah, absolutely delicious. Oh my god, it's so good. I haven't had tiramisu. I don't know if I've ever had tiramisu this good before. Because usually when you get tiramisu, it's like, I think the last time I had it was on a plane. But this one, strong coffee flavor. Like the cake was, like, you can tell it was soaked overnight or something. Funny, it's not even the cake that actually is super coffee. It's actually the this is probably the most coffee part. I don't want to call it a custard, but I don't know what they call it, but it's delicious. Cream on top is light and smooth. Yeah, it's perfect. Well, I did everything but lick the inside the jars, so I guess it was pretty good. I almost wish I could take this jar home with me. Maybe you're allowed to, but I also have a backpack, and not everything fits in that backpack. What's awesome too is this tiramisu place is literally not only right next to the hawker center, it's also right next to a bar. You can have dinner, dessert, and then drinks, and walk 5 meters from each. I wish I lived right above this place. And you can live upstairs. There's apartments above. Like, how ideal. How ideal.